Welcome back to Best of the Rest, the show that dives into all that's great and not so great in non-league football. We put the first video out last week, didn't we? And the response on the channel was great. Never expecting tons and tons of views, and it didn't get tons and tons of views, but the comment section was great. Everyone loved it. They want to see more, so here we go again. Amongst the positive comments, Brett Pittman came up twice. Rob and Aaron mentioned the Porchester striker. I believe he's a striker because he's banging in goals for fun. To give you an idea of this guy's career, he's spent time at Bournemouth, Bristol City, Ipswich, Portsmouth, Swindon, Bristol Rovers, a spell at Eastleigh Online as well, but most recently it's AFC Porchester. They currently find themselves in the Wessex Premier Division, which is step 5, 9 down from the Premier League, by the way, and they're pretty much cruising 111 goals. Let's go on to AFC Porchester here. Then we'll head on to player season totals, goals, where we're at. Brett Pittman, 49 goals this season. 49. If he's not top scorer in the league, I don't know who is. Marley Ridge, the next top scorer on 15. Keep up, mate. Jesus Christ. Another comment we had was from Finley. He said, why did you not talk about the National League North at all? I mean, it just didn't get onto it. Do you want me? Let's have a look at it. The Vanarama National North. This is for you, Finley. FC Fylde leading the way just in front of Kings Lynn there. They've got a game in hand and all. And actually, Finley, we will be visiting this league in a minute because stuff went down this weekend, didn't it? But before we get into that, just want to let everyone know that David is from Horsham. Everyone, David is from Horsham. I saw on Footy Scran a while ago that they had a decent burger down there. That's this one here, the double bacon cheeseburger and chips. I'm going to put something out there, guys. All right? I mean, I don't not like bacon, but I don't really have it. Unless someone's cooking it in the morning, I'll have a bit. If I had the option of a double cheeseburger or a double bacon cheeseburger, I'd have it without the bacon. Let me know your thoughts. Obviously, Footy Scran always supplying the goods. This one from Newmarket Town, the Jockey Whopper Burger. 3 patties, 3 bacon. I'll probably have it without, to be honest. And cheese at Newmarket Town. £8. Would you pay £8 for that? I say this to a lot of people, right? The bigger something is, it doesn't necessarily mean it's better. It's pressure for Newmarket, okay? These burgers are going to have to be cooked decent. If any element of a big burger is bad, it brings it down because you're eating a lot of not great, you know? But yeah, I'm sure it tastes good. The results did come in, by the way. 89.9% of people said that is Scran. Almost 13,000 voted on that. So, yeah, we're covering the important things here on Best of the Rest. In addition to that, pie and mushy peas at Thackley FC. Honestly, it did take me a minute to find the pie. If anything, it's mushy peas and pie, isn't it? But yeah, £3.50. Depends what pie it is, obviously. But yeah, I'm all for the mushy peas. Not got a problem with them. Before we crack on with the rest of what's happened in non-league, I just want to start close to home, actually. It's with Grays F, my local side. Obviously, a lot of you know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I basically lived there, lived in a flat that overlooked the ground, you know, free season ticket, basically. And I was there watching in the glory years of Grays F as well. They won the FA Trophy back-to-back, and they was on the brink, the absolute brink of breaking into the Football League in the first time in their history. After that, what actually happened was capitulation. The ground was sold off for housing, but the thing that pisses me off is inside that housing estate, there's a plaque there. Well, I say plaque, it's a big old thing, and it actually says former home of Grays Athletic. And I guess it's a nice gesture, but I don't see it as a nice gesture. I just think of it as a bit of a piss take, really. I see it as that was a football ground and now we've got a load of housing here. But Grays are sort of just ground hopping at the moment. But the want to get a ground of their own is at the forefront of their plans. And just around the corner, there is a vacant ground, Thurrock FC, that they went under a few years ago. And that ground is just abandoned. You'll see from some of the images I shot here, it's just like desolate. But it's a beautiful little ground. It just needs a little bit of TLC. Unfortunately, for them to move in, it's not a simple thing. It's been blocked a couple of times. And they're actually going back to the council again in a bid to try and get in there. And I think that's happening on April the 6th. So pretty soon. So fingers crossed from my local side, Grays. Sticking with Grays for a second, they have actually made it to a cup final, the Thameside Trophy final. Thameside Trophy finalists, you'll never sing that. Yeah, and do you know what? They actually beat Aveley, who are the current landlords, of course, and more importantly, chasing promotion in the Isthmian Prem, a league that we mentioned last week. I told you it was good. I actually went to the Hornchurch Enfield game. That's on the channel, so if you want to check that one out, feel free to do so. But honestly, this league, man, when we last looked at it, Hornchurch were the leaders, and 2 points separated them from 4th place Aveley. We've got new leaders now. Bishop Stortford, 76 points on the board for them. Hornchurch in second, 74. Canvey Island, 74. And Aveley, 74. He's going to the wire. However, as you saw in the intro, that loss was a little bit hard to take for Hornchurch because they were 2-1 up against Horsham. This, of course, then happened where a goal was disallowed, but it was a pass back by Horsham. Should never have been called offside. I don't know how they got that wrong, but it's a huge mistake. And at 3-1, league leaders, you'd think they'd go and see that one out, but it wasn't the case. It stayed 2-1. And then Horsham go and score 2 in the last 10 minutes. 83rd minute, Jack Mazzone. In fact, he got both goals. Jack Mazzone scoring twice, 83 and 88 minutes. Could that decision right there cost Hornchurch a place in the National League South? It's crazy, isn't it? The knock-on effect of a single decision. Unreal. But yeah, officials have really messed up there, unfortunately. Talking of disallowed goals, we've got this one for Chorley against Kings Lynn. Are you happy, Finley? We're visiting the National League North. Now, for me, this one is a little bit more forgiving, to be fair, because, you know, did it go in, did it not? I don't know. There's a question to be asked there.
It's hit the net. It's hit the side netting.
There's another clip just behind the goal here that's been uploaded. You can see where the net actually ripples there.
I don't care. I do not care. You have got to get those decisions right.
And again, the knock-on effect of that, well,
we deserve to win the game. There's no doubt about that. And now they end up breaking from the goal and scoring. What's the consequence of that? I'd like to know, what is the consequence of that?
And that stopped Chorley getting into the playoffs. Kingsley obviously second here. You'd assume AFC Fylde are probably going to go on and win this. 5 points clear with the game in hand. Now sticking with Kingsley for just a second. They're obviously on that promotion push, trying to get out the National League North for the National League. And they put this tweet out just probably about an hour after that win. The club are disappointed to have been told by our manager, Tommy Widrington, this evening that he's resigning in order to take up an alternative post at another club. Now we don't know what club that was. They go on to talk about contract stuff, then say obviously they don't want to stand in the way of a manager or a player who wish to progress to a higher level or has the opportunity to do so, but such matters need to be dealt with professionally and legally. So they've pretty much thrown him under the bus at this point. Whatever's gone on behind the scenes is, it doesn't sound good. But then the plot thickens. The next day, Aldershot Town come out with Ross McNeely has been relieved of his first team duties. Tommy Widrington will take charge of first team affairs from our return to training on Monday. What's going on here? It seems like there's been a conversation behind the scenes, but I don't know. Both clubs just coming out with it here. And obviously, Tommy, having taken this job, is now in a higher league, in the National League, one down from the Football League. But the mad thing is, they're only a few points above the relegation zone, so there could be a scenario where he was with a club that could potentially get promotion to the National League, but he's moved to a club that could potentially just go straight back down. And they were going to National League South. So yeah, he'll have 4 or 5 games at a higher level, but potentially he could be straight back down to the next level. I kind of hope that happens. But on the face of it, you kind of feel sorry for Kings Lynn, especially at this stage of the season. It's an odd time, so there must have been some sort of mad argument behind the scenes. It's the only way I could imagine, because it's a team in, you know, good form and pushing for promotion. You're normally in good spirits, right? Not at Kings Lynn though, where the ticket prices are quite expensive. In other news, Wrexham have hit 100 points in the National League. It hasn't been done since the 2015-2016 season, where Cheltenham got 101 points. But the most back in 2010 to 2011 was Crawley Town with 105 points. With 6 games to go, will Wrexham get more than 105 points? I think they're probably going to beat the record. But let's not forget about Notts County in second. They've got 5 games to go. They're on 97 points. Could they beat all of those records as well? Possibly. Talking of 100 in football, we've got 100 points, but now we're going to be talking about 100 goals, something that Wrexham and Notts County have both done as well. 105 and 103, I believe. But another team that's hit 100 goals is Worksop Town. Got a little bit of a soft spot for this lot. Obviously, champions in the Northern Premier League East Division. They're going to be going up to the Northern Premier Division. Is that right? But it wasn't too long ago that they were desperate for £30,000 to keep the club running. We went up there, didn't we? I actually got a brand deal for that and donated all the money to it. Yeah, man, I'm glad they hit that target. They're back on track and obviously doing really, really well. So congratulations to Worksop Town. A story that leaves me feeling good inside. I actually asked on Twitter, was there any funny things, mad moments, things that I should be talking about in this video? And a lot of people actually mentioned Gosport versus Hendon. So let's have a look. This fixture was in the Southern Football League, the Premier Division South. Southern Football League, Premier South. Yeah, both of these sides just outside the relegation zone. But the thing that happened in this game, well, it was abandoned. And it was abandoned because the linesman actually got injured. Don't know how. He probably did what I do every other day and roll an ankle. But yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't carry on. And the referee put out a call to, you know, is there anyone in the ground that's qualified as a referee that could jump on and become a linesman? No one was able to offer this. And so the game was abandoned. And it's these sort of things that we don't see in the bigger game. So yeah, hopefully that linesman's all right. But finally, we're going to end on a story that had me cracking up until I realised, obviously, over this weekend, it was April Fool's. I actually got my dad, by the way, really good. I was really happy with that one. But Boreham Wood actually smashed it out of the park. There was a lot of serious replies to this, by the way. They got the image right. You know, a flag. Something serious has happened at the club. And they're going to say, Boreham Wood FC have made the decision to part company with this season's stadium caterers with immediate effect. We wish them and their staff well in their future endeavours. I mean, the bit that's even better is they haven't actually come out and gone, April Fools. So, we don't actually know if it is true or not. And if it is true, fantastic. Obviously not for the caterers, but I genuinely think this was a bit of a gag. You know what? I think that is it from me this week. Look out on the channel for the On The Road that I went to at the weekend. It did not go as planned.
How do we get into the football ground? Sorry? No, what, the football?
Yeah.
Well, there's no game on?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's no game here?
No.
Where did they play then? There's a game on today.
I don't know.
I look forward to bringing you that hopefully on Thursday. So keep an eye on the channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video to show you support. And make sure you comment below with things I need to be looking out for in the world of non-league football.